Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on the infrared 90s. I am in a different environment right now. I rented a studio just to do some pictures for a photo shoot, just for fun. It's very nice and bright. This is like my ideal kind of like filming situation, filming environment too, just because I don't need to do like artificial lighting. I don't really like using non-natural light. I think natural light looks the best, and I don't know, my setup looks pretty good right now, so yeah, let's just get into the video. So the infrared Nike Air Max 90s came out this past November, and they were rumored to come out again this year as a reiteration of the 2010 Air Max infrared 90 back in like the beginning of this year, I think. Some pictures kind of came up out of nowhere during the summer of 2020, this past summer, and they were pictures of these. My camera actually has a little bit of a filter on it, so they're not as vibrant. I don't know actually, can you really tell? They're like super neon. But these are the Nike Air Max 90 infrared / radiant red, and I think they call them radiant red because they are a reiteration of the original Air Max 90 infrared, and they do look more neon in person. Not as much red. I wouldn't even like, I don't know, I wouldn't even call these infrared. They just look kind of like highlighter orange with a little tint of red. Almost like pink shade to me, but they're definitely not like the original Air Max 90s, like the original infrared. And honestly, I don't really think like, that was like back in 2010. I don't think people would really like, see that big of a difference, but I can definitely tell with it how neon it is that it is not exactly the same. So these retail for I think $120 or $140. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's a pretty fair price for the re-release of a really classic shoe. I know that this is the 30th anniversary of the Air Max 92, so what better way to celebrate than to bring back like probably the most coveted colorway of that silhouette. $140. And I bought them kind of late because I'm really late with buying everything. I bought it grade school size 5, which is like a men's 5, because I think grade school is like big kids, so big kids towards like the smaller end of the men's shoe sizing is about the same. So I got a 5 youth, which is also a 5 men's, and these are the shoes together. I didn't really like take many pictures with them yet because I just got them last week. But they retail for $140 with tax. Actually, I think it's $120. I'm gonna have to double check, but $120 with tax is about $140, and shipping, whatever, depending on like where you buy them from. I bought them off the Nike website literally like 3 or 4 days ago. I bought them off the Nike website about like last week, and they came out like the beginning of the month. So I think that there was a lot of stock for the shoe. If I was able to buy like a grade school size and I was like a week or two late, then I think kind of a higher amount in stock or in inventory for this shoe. And like, I don't know, like the Air Max 90 is not like a shoe that people are wearing a lot this year. I'd say like the Jordan 1s, Air Force 1s, a lot ones are very popular this year with like TikTok trends. Why you always in the mood? And like 90s coming back in style, and people are just being more retro with their fashion and their trends. And I think that's like a really good way to like bring back this shoe, because this is such a classic kind of like old school retro silhouette, as well as like the colorway, because it is like a reiteration of the colorway. So I think from a business perspective, Nike's doing really well. They're bringing back a lot of retro shoes and like old school shoes in a time where retro is coming back in style with trends and TikTok and 90s, and even like TikTok, a lot of people are doing fashion, like fashion videos, fashion reels. They're really good. Like I feel like their PR marketing team is like really on top of their shit, like with knowing trends. I'm also sure they set a bunch of trends too, because they are the ones that kind of like produce the shoes. But just an outside perspective, Nike is unmatched. Like they're not on like a tier with anyone else because they're just so high up there. But yeah, back to the shoe. I really like the shoe because I don't have another pair of Air Max 90s, and there's no reason for it. I just like never bought them because I have so many shoes before and I was broke before, so I just never bought them. And I obviously regret not buying a pair earlier because they're really comfortable. I have wider feet, so I think that this is better for someone with wider feet. There's a lot of cushion and cushion support, and they're not ugly. Like I really like the air bubble, and I like this colorway, even though I'm not really like a neons kind of girl. I'm not really a fan of like super bold colors either when it comes to shoes, just because I want the most wear and most versatility out of it. And like 80% of the world is on the same page as me. Like they can't just buy 100 pairs of shoes. Overall, I think this is a really cool shoe. I'm like glad I bought it. I don't have any regrets. I don't think it's for everyone just because it is on the chunkier side. If you don't like chunky shoes, or like your body, like you don't think you can wear it with your body, like that's just like a personal decision and a personal choice. But I really like them. I think they look good on like really tall people too. I'm not that tall, I'm 5'5", but I think that these can be dressed up or down. And I know that's like something that people say a lot, but it's kind of true now that streetwear is coming back and kind of taking over like high fashion, and it's being integrated with high fashion too. So really great shoe, really great price point, not difficult to get. They're available on StockX. You can check the prices there. They're not too expensive, not like $3,000 fragment ones. So yeah, I'm really glad that they're bringing this back, because I think everyone's kind of sick of seeing like Air Force Ones. Like we're not sick of seeing Jordans yet, because like they're very classic, but I'd like to see something more on my feed of like gearing towards like new silhouettes. Not new, but like kind of bringing them back, because with Gen Z, I don't really see a lot of Gen Zs wearing Air Max 90s. Not that there's anything wrong with Gen Zs, but I do want to see something different, because I don't even wear Air Force Ones, so it's hard for me to just justify seeing them all the time and seeing like fashion. So if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up, you can comment down below, you can share it with your friends. It's going to be here to refer back to if you'd like to buy the Nike Air Max 90s infrared/radiant red. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Girls like that, they be up to no good.